Siri, what does picante mean in English?
I can't translate into English yet.
What are you good for? Hey guys, it's Dwayna, aka Glamazon1026, and today we are coming to you live from the Glam Room. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, please sit back, kick up your feet, take a seat, grab a snack, because we are talking about the Picante palette by Karity Beauty today. I'm going to be giving you a review and a demo. So without any further ado, let's get right into this. We're reviewing and demoing the Picante palette by Karity, and it is made up of 21 shades. They are mattes and shimmers that are like this warm, you know we love a warm palette over here. So we got some warm colors over here, and it looks like, fire and hotness and all that good stuff. We're gonna start this video off like we do most of our review and demos. We're gonna do some swatches, and then we're gonna get into the eyeshadow, and then we're gonna wrap it up all at the end to let you know exactly how I am feeling about this palette. I will say that this is not the first time I've used this palette. I've done this kind of a couple of times. I've used the palette before and then did a review on it afterwards, just so I know like kind of how to play around with it and what to do, so I'm not looking all like, I don't know what's happening. But I did that so that, I'll give you a very well-informed summary at the end. So we're just gonna jump right into the swatches because that's what we're here for, right? Well, we're kind of here for the demo too, but we're also here for the swatches. Bobble, Harvest, Flamenco, and Bittersweet. Now we're going to do some shimmers. Fuego, Bronzed, Flora, and Passion. So we have a pretty decent pigmentation. The shimmers are really, really nice and buttery. I'm not really worried about those. I don't think they're pressed pigments. I'm not sure, but I think these are just plain eyeshadow. So we shouldn't have any issues with blending or anything like that. So the swatches are done. We are going to get right into this demo. My eyelids are already prepped. I just used my Fenty concealer and tapped them. It's still tacky. It's not set with any kind of base. So we're gonna start with Flamenco, which is this shade right here. I'm going to put that into my crease. So the difference between eyeshadows and pressed pigments is that pressed pigments, you will get a really, really bold color as a pigment, but eyeshadows, it will be a little bit easier to blend. So you really have to figure out what's worth the most to you when you are selecting an eyeshadow. I don't mind working with either. Now I am picking up Bobby, and I'm gonna blend that above the crease into the transition space. I'm gonna go back and forth between Flamenco and Bobby. So now we're going to take this Makeup Geek small crease brush, and I'm dipping it into Aish, I think that's how you pronounce it. And I'm going to put that in the outer corner and the crease. I'm not really doing anything, so never mind. I'm going to take Bittersweet. Bittersweet is here. I'll put that in the crease. Going to put Harvest next to the Bittersweet that we put down. For the lid, I'm going to use Sunrise on this flat shader brush. I'm going to finish the lid off with Fearless, which is right here. Let me put that right in the front. You know I love me to blend some shimmers. Give it some dimension. Now I'm going to blend the two shimmers together so that we have a nice cohesive look. Alright, I'm going to do this other eye over here and then I'll meet you at the end for my wrap up. Okay guys, this is the finished look. On my lips, I have Karity's Lip Lock in the shade Steph. It's pretty cute. It's not my favorite formula, but this is neither here nor there. This is not, we didn't come to talk about this lipstick. Alright, so let's talk about this palette, the Karity Picante Palette. So anyway, I'm just gonna give you my first impression of the palette. When I saw it online, I was like, ooh, I need that. When I got the palette, I opened it and I looked at it and I was just like, okay. Now, it's called Picante. How do you say hot in Spanish?
Caliente.
Okay, so it's not hot. How do you say fire in Spanish?
Fuego.
What does picante mean? Spicy. Ooh, thank you, Google Translate. It means spicy. Spicy to me has a like hot, you know, it's hot, you know? And when I look at this, it looks warm, if you get what I'm saying. It looks like a slow burn. It looks like maybe a rolling boil. I'm not really sure, but it does not read as spicy to me. I feel like a lot of the mattes are repetitive. So this Dune, Pimento, and Bauble, they're all so similar that you could practically use the same one and it'll look like one shade on your eye. But Flamenco and Spicy, they are very similar in shade. Épice and Bittersweet, like you can't even tell I used a piece down here. That's the purple one, but you can't tell that because it looks just like the brown. And so I feel like they needed a little bit more depth in the palette. Like they could have swapped some of those lighter brown shades out. They're great, they're wonderful, like, but you didn't need 3 or 4 of them. There's carmine in it, so it's not vegan. So if you were gonna use carmine, you could have used a carmine for like a deeper red. Like I really wanted like bright and bold, and I really got like mild. This is mild salsa. This is not picante salsa. So that is kind of like my thing. I love the shimmers. The shimmers are really pretty. I feel like I have a lot of these shimmers though, especially in like my Violet Voss #pro palette. I feel like I have a lot of these shimmers already, but it doesn't matter because I like them. Like this one, I definitely know I have one that looks like Fuego already because I was drawn to it, and I was drawn to that one in the Violet Voss palette too. Now, as far as blendability, they blend really well, but as like I said, the colors are so close together, like you can't even tell that I used 2 different shades on my lid. Like you can't see the brown at all except where I packed it on top of the eyeliner. But over here, like I could have just stayed using that red. So my review is this palette is okay. Out of like, I should start doing like ratings, right? No, because it would be so arbitrary. Like it's not gonna be scientific at all. It'd just be like, I feel like a 7 today. But if we were to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like amazing, this palette would come in at like probably like a 5.5 or 6. I don't know, like it's okay, like you can get it. If it's on sale, I think that'd be great, but I really expected it to be more bold, you know, and it kind of came off like this when you open it and you look at it, it looks a little bit, yeah, but it's a good palette. You can use it, you can blend really well with it. The shimmers are wonderful, so if you so choose, you can go out to Karity and buy the Picante palette, now that we know that picante means spicy. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And after you hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can be part of the Glam Fam. Please also do not forget to follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Glamazon1026. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you, bye. I just want y'all to get into how sharp that crease is. I did that.